everybody. Welcome back to my kitchen. You guys, I am so excited to be doing this cake today, y'all. This one right here is my heart. And I say that because my original sweet potato pound cake is the one that really got me out here on the map, or shall I say in these YouTube streets. Years ago, when I did my sweet potato pound cake, I realized I started noticing that it was getting so many views because I was getting comments. And y'all, it was like in May or June of that year. And I'm like, why are so many people viewing this sweet potato pound cake this time of the year? And y'all, I'm supposed to be measuring out 2.5 cups of my roasted sweet potatoes. I think that's a little more. But in any event, so like I was saying, this is the cake that really got me out there. So I'm excited to do it today. But today we're going to do it in layers. This is the first time I've done this in layers. And when I came up, the way I came up with this recipe, I love sweet potato pie. It makes me think about, my mama. Love sweet potato pies. Wait a minute. Got this time on. Y'all, what am I doing? I'm roasting my pecans for this praline sauce for this cake. Y'all, roast, toast, whichever you prefer your nuts, because it makes a difference in the nuttiness and the flavor of your nuts. It really brings out the nuttiness. Okay, I've not always done that, but these last few years, I think the first time I ever did a recipe that I used pecans, I didn't do that. That may have been this cake. But in any event, I do it now all the time. Okay, just take the extra few minutes. Most of the time, I put it on maybe about 350. Roast it maybe about 10 minutes or so, 7 to 10 minutes. Just look at them, honey. Make sure you don't burn them. That's all. All right. Okay, back to the cake. The way I came up with the recipe, I wanted to do, because we loved my mom's sweet potato pie so much, I wanted to do a sweet potato pound cake. Now, if you know, you know, we're not pumpkin eaters. We love sweet potatoes. So I wanted to come up with a recipe. So what I started doing, and this is when I was working, I would find a recipe with a sweet potato pound cake, and I would do that recipe. I would tweak it a little bit. Then I'd do a different kind of recipe, another sweet potato pound cake, tweak it a little bit. And then I just started maybe taking a little bit from this one and putting it with this recipe, and then I want to change these spices, and I just kept doing that. I think I probably baked maybe about 3 or 4 different cakes until I finally got my measurements and my ingredients like I wanted them. And y'all, the rest is history. So I said all that to say, I promised you guys that I would do some layer cakes, because I know some of you are intimidated as it pertains to pound cakes. And some of you I'm just not going to do a pound cake, lady. Okay? So I really want to try this one in layer cake form. And I'm going to do my exact pound cake recipe, but I'm going to do it in my layer cake pans. You guys, these were my mom's cake pans. Y'all, this is special to me. So I don't know how many layers I'm going to end up with. That pound cake recipe is more than 3, because it's going to be more than 3 because I don't want my layers really, really thick. So we'll see. And if I don't use all of the batter, then I'll save it and maybe do some cupcakes or something, okay? I think I want at least 4 layers. I might do 5. I don't know. We'll see how many layers we end up with. And, you know, I want them kind of thin, so I don't want thick layers. Now, this recipe, I use a praline sauce over the top of the pound cake. But because I'm doing layers, I think I want maybe like a sweet potato. Y'all, I am making this up as I am talking to you this very moment. I promise you. Since I know this is going to be a little bit more than these the sweet potatoes. This is more than 2.5 cups, I think. So I'm gonna take a little bit out of this and add it to and make a sweet potato cream cheese icing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm gonna put that in between the layers. Listen, this is what we're getting ready to do today. We are totally experimenting with Miss Donna in the kitchen, okay? All right, I've got my recipe pulled up over here on my laptop, and I have it, what you call it? I have it blown up where I can see it real good from a distance, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is, we're going to talk about that praline sauce later, okay? Because it's a whole lot going on with cake part, and listen, I can't have too much going on at one time. So we're going to do the cake part. Then once the cake is done, we're going to come back and talk about the praline sauce and all of its ingredients. Okay? Okay, y'all. So, you saw me using my little ninja and kind of pureeing up my roasted sweet potatoes. And I did that because I just don't want, I wanted to make sure it's not all stringy. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. It probably would have been okay had I not done that, but yeah, I just wanted to do it, okay? If you don't want to do that, don't do it. Just go and mix it up and put it in your cake, okay? All right. So, I'm supposed to have like 2.5 cups of my sweet potatoes. And then we have, okay, let me go down my list. Let me go down my list, y'all. So I have 3 cups of cake flour, okay? And in here, I have I said I made it large enough so I can see it. Okay, I'm ready. This is right here. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Right here. Right here, I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Right here, we have 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. And y'all, I have 2 teaspoons of my favorite, which is nutmeg. I love nutmeg. 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. Now, when I was tweaking this recipe, I knew I wanted more nutmeg than the cinnamon and or the ginger. That's what I wanted. So that's how I tweaked my spices to get that taste that I wanted. All right. Now we have 1 stick of unsalted butter. Okay. And then I'm going to be using 1 bar of this Neufchatel. It's a Neufchatel cheese bar. It's not the regular cream cheese. What's the difference in the two? This one has 1/3 less fat than regular cream cheese. And is the cream cheese made with milk? Anyway, honey, it's the difference in the two. Google it and see. All right, because it's going to give you all the correct information about the difference in the cheeses than I would give you. Okay, now this one is not as rich as the regular cream cheese. Okay, but y'all Google it, it'll tell you. It's gonna tell you all the differences, all the differences that you need to know. And I looked at it too. I just can't remember all that stuff, honey. So listen, Google is your friend. All right, all right. Now, can you use them interchangeably? If you don't have this Neufchatel cheese, baby, you use some cream cheese. Okay, don't stress it. Use some cream cheese. Okay. So, 1 block of that, and that's 8 ounces. Okay, we have 4 eggs. They are room temperature. I already said my 2.5 cups of roasted potatoes and my baking powder. Okay, I said all the rest of that stuff. And then I'm going to add at least a tablespoon of my baking vanilla. Now listen, I was almost out of this. I had a little bit left, and I also had some imitation vanilla too. I don't mind using it. I know some of y'all don't, but I don't mind. Honey, I just added it to this bottle so I can get that other little bottle out of my way, out of the cupboard, okay? Out of the cabinet. True story. That's what I did. That's why it looks kind of like. Y'all, I say I want to try some vanilla paste. I've never ever tried vanilla paste. If you've tried it, let me know. Now, I've heard some great things about vanilla paste. I probably need, let me see. I don't know that I want to order some online. I think they have some in Trader Joe's. I might need to run to Trader Joe's and find me some so I can use it during this, time of baking, because y'all know 'tis the season to be in the kitchen baking. So I do want to try some vanilla paste. I've heard that it just kind of takes your baking up a notch, but that remains to be seen. So pure vanilla. Is that it? I think that's it, you guys. I have my sugar and stuff over here for my praline sauce. And my little caramel stuff. I have my pecans that I've taken out of the oven. Okay, I think we are ready to get this cake mixed up. You guys, I have you on this little funky angle, if you will, because we are also in the middle of home renovations, and everything else behind me looks crazy. Okay, so I want y'all to stay focused and not be trying to figure out what Miss Donna got going on in the background. Y'all sneak peek. See, y'all don't need to see all that. Okay, so I'm trying to help you stay focused. Okay, so my oven is preheated to 325 degrees, and normally, you bake layers a lot of times on 350, but I don't want to bake them that quick. I want them to like stay as flat as possible. I do have the little, what you call them? The little bands that I wrap around the baking strips. Baking strips that I'm gonna put around my cake pans. They're gonna be wet, and it's gonna help my layers bake more evenly too. All right, one of my sweet YouTube family members sent those to me. God rest her soul. She has since passed away, but she sent those to me, and they are so special. Anywho, we'll talk about that when we get to it. Y'all, I'm just talking. I know somebody's saying, "Lady, you talking too much." Whatever. Listen, we talking to the family. It's a whole lot of steps and stuff to this cake, so I just need to talk to y'all, okay? All right. Of course, all of the ingredients will be listed in the description box below. Y'all bear with me as we experiment today, because that's what we're doing. Oh, y'all, I didn't even tell y'all about the sugar. Okay, the sugar, that's because it's sitting up here on this cutting board. The sugar, we have 1.5 cups of regular sugar. Y'all was probably saying, Miss Donna, what about the sugar? 1.5 cups of regular sugar and 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Okay? I realized it when I got ready to start opening up my butter and stuff to put in the mixer that I forgot. I happened to look up and see the sugar sitting over there that I hadn't touched. And of course, I have thoroughly washed my hands. Y'all, don't be in the kitchen with nasty hands, because that's just nasty. And you be done made folks sick. Wash your hands. So we're adding just added my 1 stick of butter. And now I'm adding my Neufchatel cheese, if I can get it open. Girl. Now this little corner says open, but honey. Okay. And I'm going to mix this for the cheese and the butter. I'm gonna mix it just a few seconds by itself. Honey, I'm about to tear this all up trying to get this open. I'm gonna mix this just a few seconds by itself, just to get it mixed up good. Get that little bit out the bottom. Okay. And I'm going to go in and add my vanilla extract, at least a tablespoon or more. And I'm going to mix the butter and the cheese just a few seconds by itself, and then I'm going to slowly start adding my sugars. Okay, I'm going to cream this for about 10 minutes. I usually cream, I have this mixer set on, I think about 8.5, like a medium high. Cream about 10 minutes. I will stop and scrape down the mixture. I will stop the mixer and scrape down my bowl a couple of times, because what's going to happen is that my ingredients are going to start collecting on the sides of my bowl, which means if it's not down in the bowl, it's not getting properly creamed. So I will stop, do that off camera, just scrape it down, then turn the mixer back on. Once I get through creaming, I'm going to stop. Now it should look light and fluffy, but this is going to look a little different because we're using the cheese, and then we're also using brown sugar in addition to the white sugar, okay? It's just going to look a little different, but it should still have that fluffiness about it. You want to mix long enough because you don't want to have that, you don't want to hear the sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl, okay? So we're going to do that, and then once we get light and fluffy, I'll stop, and I'm going to come back and show you exactly what I mean or what it should look like when I say light and fluffy. we are creamed all up. And this light and fluffy is a little looser than what we would normally have, okay? And that's because of that brown sugar too. Okie dokie. But like I say, you want to make sure that you mix well enough so you're not hearing those sugar crystals mixing around in the bottom of your bowl. So now I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. And I don't wait for the egg to totally disappear. Once I drop it in, it breaks up that egg yolk. I mix it for just a couple of seconds and then I add the next egg. Now after we get the eggs added, then I'm going to go on and add my pureed sweet potatoes. Remember, I'm not going to add all of this. I'm going to add almost all of it because I need 2.5 cups. But I do want to leave maybe at least about 1/4 of a cup or so for my cream cheese, my sweet potato cream cheese icing, okay? Now, once we get the sweet potatoes added, then I'm going to turn my mixer way down. Let me get my, what am I getting here? I need my whisk so I can, I want to, well, you know what? I'll just use, I want to mix all of my spices and stuff up in this flour. There was something on my whisk, so, and then I didn't need it. It's kind of large. I can do it better just using this little silicone spatula, if you will. I wanted to get this all mixed up. Now, once we add our sweet potatoes, then I'm going to turn the mixer way down to like the number 2 and slowly add in my flour mixture, okay? Now make sure you don't forget, after the sweet potatoes, the eggs and the sweet potatoes are added, it's very important to turn the mixer down on low because you don't want to over mix, okay? You never want to mix this flour mixture on high. Okie dokie. All right, so let's finish getting it mixed up and then it's going to be time to get it in my cake pan so we can get it in the oven. Oh, this batter smells so good. And in an effort to make sure I don't overmix, I'm going to mix some or finish mixing by hand. And you guys, I have the information about this mixer in the description box below as well. The Kenmore Ovation mixer. I also did a review on it. So if you're interested, okay. I'm scraping under the bottom to make sure that that everything is thoroughly mixed in. Okay. But you guys look at this delicious looking batter. It's like I can just eat it out of the bowl. I am that girl that eats cake batter. I still do it, y'all. That's how I grew up, eating cake batter with the raw eggs. I know, but this, that's the truth, true story. I do. Okay. So now I've already added my baking strips to my pan. They are damp. So when I put them in the oven, you're going to hear them sizzle, but it's okay. I've never had an issue where they caught a fire, okay? And it just provides that moisture around the pan, the cake pan, and it helps the layers bake more evenly. I think I said earlier something about them being flat, not necessarily flat. When I say flat, it helps them bake where they don't have that dome in the middle, and then you have to take the little doohickey or the device or your knife and cut that off. I'm trying to avoid that. So they were sent to me, the bacon strips, by my sweet Miss Tracy. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get these even. Okay, let's go into the oven. Y'all hear the strip sizzling? Okay. I'm gonna set my timer for about 20 minutes to start with, but I'll let you know exactly how long they baked once I take them out. Okay, we baked for 25 minutes. So I need to let these cool and then put the second batch in. Okay. While we're waiting on our cake layers to totally cool, I'm gonna go on and make my sweet potato cream cheese icing. And before I forget, I'm gonna add my 1/4 teaspoon of salt to my 4 cups of powdered sugar. 4 cups of powdered sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have 1 block of, this is the cream cheese, okay? Let me show you the difference, okay? This is the cream cheese, 1 block of it. I have 1 stick of unsalted butter. And then I have about a 1/4 cup of my sweet potatoes. Okie dokie. Now I'm hoping when I turn this mixer on that we're not gonna be slinging powdered sugar everywhere. I do have my a paper towel that I'm gonna kind of put over it first, put over it as I turn the mixer on in hopes that it won't sling stuff everywhere. Oh yeah, I need to add a little bit of vanilla too. Let me do that before I forget. And y'all know it, just because I think I want to add a little bit of nutmeg. Why? Because I told y'all nutmeg is my favorite spice. I just want to sprinkle a little bit in here. I just want to. Because I want to. Woo! That's so pretty. And y'all, that's not a lot coming out. Y'all probably say, ooh, Miss Donna. See? It's not too bad. Okay. Ooh. Oh, this smells so good. So good. Here's my one stick of softened butter. Ooh, y'all, I hope I don't have a mess when I turn on this little hand mixer. Now, y'all know I'm a glazed girl, so I do not like having to frost or icing cakes. Listen, I don't have time for all that. So, I don't know. I might, I'm thinking about, because, you know, when I did the pound cake, I just had the praline sauce, you know, it just drizzled down the cake. So I may do this and have the icing sticking out in between the layers a little bit, and then do the praline sauce. Before I add the sweet potato, can you guys see the little specks of nutmeg in there? I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but ooh, that's what I wanted to see, just the little specks of nutmeg. So now that we're done with the sweet potato cream cheese icing, it's time to make the praline sauce. I'm going to use 1 stick of unsalted butter. And to that, I'm going to go in and put that in my saucepan. And I'll bring you guys closer in just a second, okay? So 1 stick of unsalted butter. And then here I have a 1 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. And then I have 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt right here. Or just use regular salt. Okay, brown sugar, 1 1/4 cup. And then the salt. As it's melting, I'm going to go on and add that to my saucepan too. Now what I want to happen is I want that to go on and get melted up so I can mix it up really well. And then we have about a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. I'm peeping at my ingredients over here or over there. I have about a cup of my roasted, toasted pecans. I have, is this 1/2 cup or 1/4 cup? 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then I have some caramel bites that I'm gonna put in to melt. I use two different kinds. Why? Why two different kinds, Donna? Because I had a little bit of this Ghirardelli caramel flavored chips left that I needed to get rid of, and it wasn't enough. So I put some of those in here, and then I added some of these little caramel bits. True story. Just to get rid of them. Now, if you didn't want to do that, you can always take some. You can make your own caramel if you wanted to do that. Or take some of that Ghirardelli caramel and drizzle it on the top, okay? So whatever you like. I'm not going to add any vanilla to this. So as this is melting, after it starts melting, all of that brown sugar is melting very well. I want to keep stirring it because I do not want it to burn. Now that that's added, we're going to add a heavy whipping cream. Keep stirring it. Stir, 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 stir. Because it will end up having a caramelly texture. See that? And if I stop stirring it, it's gonna boil over. You do not want it to boil over. Stir, 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 stir. Stir, 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 stir. Let it boil for a few minutes. Look at that. Stir, stir, stir. Can you tell that it's rising? Like I said, if you don't keep an eye on this, it will boil over. But if you feel like you're losing control, just lift it up. Now he's closing the blinds. That means it's late.
That's a big, look like a big marshmallow.
A big marshmallow.
Well,
A
not a
marshmallow is
but like
not brown.
No, not a marshmallow, but like a marshmallow. It looks like.
You know what? Like your what's that cake I did? Was it a moon pie?
Yeah, it looks
Was
like
it a moon pie?
Yeah, it looks like a moon pie.
Moon pie cake.
It's
Okay.
big.
So now I'm gonna let you taste it first, and you're gonna have to cut it because y'all, I have no clue how to even begin to cut it without tearing it up. So
I'll cut it. Give me a pot.
you want
a knife.
this one? It is time.
No, you scared me.
Why?
But just don't hold it like that, Donna. Just leave anything. Let me get it.
Oh, let you get it.
Woman with a knife make me nervous. Thank you. Thank you.
Why you gonna grab it by the blade?
I'm just saying this is protected now. I got
Let
it.
me get your salsa.
You need it. I don't want salsa. That's fancy.
Help yourself. Today, baby, today. Did you cut in far enough?
I did.
Okay.
And did.
And did. Oh, that's a big old slice. It's fine.
I'm bringing it back in.
It's fine. That way we can see the inside good.
Y'all got this.
Why do you always have to be putting your nose in stuff?
I gotta smell it.
You gotta smell it.
Gotta smell it. Gotta get that.
Put that on there pretty. Put it on there pretty.
Look at that right there. Look at that.
Look at
that right there.
Look at you, boy.
I know something, people.
He did good, y'all. Y'all look.
Oh, this is
That's what, babe?
not carrot, but like it's got some. This is good. I like this.
You see how many layers it
Yeah,
is?
it's caramel. Now this is a. This is caramel.
You know what that is, babe?
Along with gingerbread.
What we usually do? The spoon or fork?
This ginger.
Fork. Please, baby, here's one. We do a fork. I
That's
can't even remember.
I can't get it.
Baby, here, just take this.
I can't get it.
Don't let it hit the thing, babe.
I can't. Baby, I gotta get this. There. This
That's
is
the same kind of fork I was getting ready to hand you.
okay. Give me that. Okay.
No, I'm going to taste it.
This is
first
almost
this
like,
time.
oh, that is good.
No, I want the
Oh,
back.
that most
I
of
want
that's
the
good.
back part.
Well, go ahead, take the back. Take what you want.
I'm taking the back, that part right there. You is stingy. That's okay. Let me get the inside.
That is good. That is some good cake right there. Let me tell you now. That's I know you got. I know you have caramel. That is that's not carrot. That's like that's I know what it is. It's a
Feel bad. I didn't eat the
This is.
That's my sweet potato pound cake, but I made it in layer form.
Okay.
And this time, I made a 6-layer sweet potato pound.
That's what I'm tasting. Sweet potato.
No.
cake.
6-layer sweet potato cake with a
I hit a
sweet
panache.
potato cream cheese icing in the middle and the praline sauce on the outside. I don't know how I'm gonna get all that in the title, but in any event,
I tell y'all what. I wish some of y'all work with me. I would bring y'all a piece of this.
What did I do? You know, do I want to sit it on that? Oh, I didn't sit it on the Okay, I'm gonna have to try to slide this to the edge of the counter.
Girl, you dropped that on Bill for like a basset hound.
Like a basset.
I'm gonna throw like a basset out.
I think the caramel has stopped running by now, so. Ooh, yo. Ooh. Babe, move over to your right a little bit.
Let me tell you two things.
Ooh, y'all, that is good.
Let me tell you something.
What you gonna tell them something, babe? You enjoying that, babe? Y'all, that is so good. Now let me say this. When I added the extra caramel little bits and stuff at the end, you really don't even have to do that. You don't have to do that because the sauce is really caramelly enough. But y'all know I be doing the most, just like I added a little bit of my pecan oil. I just wanted to add a little bit of that to the praline sauce. Totally not necessary. I remembered that I had it up there, so I thought, let me add a little bit of this. But you guys, that's what I do when I'm in here cooking and baking. If something comes to my mind that I want to do, I just do it. Okay, but y'all, that is so good. I wanted to make the layers thin like that, but if you don't mind a thin layer cake, you could have gotten 2 cakes out of that. Because I had 6 layers, but let me tell y'all something right there. She is the truth. Oh my goodness, she is so delicious. It's like, this is the recipe. You remember that year when I kept telling you, hey, I keep getting comments on this sweet potato pound cake, and it was like, it was either like May and June of that year. I'm like, what in the world? So I say, this is the cake that really put me out there in the YouTube streets, put me on the map. But yeah, it's so good. Now, if you know, say for instance, if you don't really care for nutmeg, adjust the spices, you know, the way that you want. I say at least try it with the way I measured out the spices because it is so good. But again, if you know that you're not a nutmeg type of person, you know, you might want to do more cinnamon than nutmeg, but it has cinnamon, it has nutmeg, and it has ginger in it, and it is so good. So I just decided to do it in a layer form because so many of, you know, our YouTube family members are asking me to do layer cakes too. Yeah. So.
Well, I would say this. I would seriously recommend, guys, to follow the instructions just as she did it. And then after you taste it, if you want to make some adjustments,
but if they know they don't really like nutmeg like that, they might not want it.
But I am telling you, that is.
It's like the spices are just.
That's what I was hinting at. It has that taste of spice.
Yeah, and it's like spice cake. Are you talking about carrot cake or
almost like a carrot? But it's not carrot cake. But it's like almost like.
Well, it's made with sweet potatoes.
I know, but it's almost like a carrot cake. But what's the something
it's
just
not
like
pumpkin. I mean, it's either like pumpkin or we do a carrot cake.
Is it something spice?
Carrot is spice. It's a spicy kind of cake. I think you're thinking carrot cake.
I'm thinking maybe.
It's so good,
but it's good. And with the caramel icing over it, and I'm really wondering what is going to be like once it hardens a little more. Because when you think of caramel, for me, I always think about that candy apple that you had.
It's gonna get a little stiff. That's why you better have a sharp knife.
Yeah, I was thinking of and see, that's what I'm curious about. What is it going to be like after it gets a little after it?
What, cutting it? Well, we didn't have any issues cutting the
No, I'm not saying cutting it, but what is it going to be like? Because when you think of caramel, I've always thought about the time when you had the caramel candy apples, and so I'm just wondering after it cures out or hardens. What is it going to be?
But like? I think it's going to be like it has kind of gotten a little hard. It's going to be like a soft caramel. I think we'll know. I guess in the morning. I might as well go on and get that out.
It is good.
Oh, don't bend up the cake. Don't tear up the cake. I just want that piece of caramel.
I mean, it's picture perfect.
Mm-hmm. Y'all like that slow motion and up close I did when I was showing y'all the cake. Ooh. And then I always roast my pecans. You don't need to add nothing else to that. That is, let me tell you something.
What accessory do you think will go really good.
Blood sugar level just went out the roof.
I promise you one thing, it'll be a happy sugar jar.
I mean, y'all, it's a lot going on.
It is good though. It is very, very good. Man. She is I told you, it's almost like the candy apple that you had, the caramel candy apple. I think this will be I think for the younger, for children, this will be a home run. Why? Because of the caramel. I don't know.
I don't think kids can appreciate this kind of cake.
I think kids would. I think they would. I think it's everything they would ask for. In adults, you know what you're eating. So it's like I don't know.
Oh, that's so good.
Like a carrot cake with a 2.0.
Now I know this video is probably a little longer, but y'all know I be trying to give you specific instructions, okay? This was so exciting to me to kick off October, the early part of October with this cake. So listen, I appreciate y'all. It's that time. It is the season.
She's going in. She's getting ready to go with you people.
So listen, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so.
By hitting the nosy, that's that notification bell, and that lets you know everything she has going on over here.
I told them you were closing the blinds, so that means it's kind of late. It's time to go to bed. So y'all, I am tired. I've been on my feet in this kitchen like all day.
I'm gonna massage your feet.
All day. Thank you all so much for watching. We already look forward to you joining us again next time.